a teen stabbed, and a 28-year-old beaten in Times Square yesterday. When is enough going to be enough? When are they going to do something about this illegal immigration? Again, the illegal immigrants are coming over, destroying our cities, taking our money, and it's no way that I will visit New York City anytime soon. I want no part of that until they do something about the rampant crime out there and do something about the illegal immigrants causing mayhem out there. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Independent Signal. M. Downey wrote this article, and they report that there were two separate violent attacks hours apart in Times Square yesterday. One left a teenager with a knife sticking out of his back, and the other left a 28-year-old man beaten about the head and face. Both are in stable condition. About 18 to 23 people, illegal aliens, attacked a 17-year-old. The teen is an illegal alien from Nicaragua, but that don't make it right. So far, they have arrested 17 people, and they appear to be illegal aliens, of course, which the media calls migrants to make them seem somehow acceptable. A woman who tried to snap a picture of the mob hanging out was knocked down. Quote, 2 hours later, another person was attacked. A 28-year-old man was punched and kicked in the head and face outside the Hard Rock Cafe, a popular tourist hangout. So, like, that's what I was saying. The tourists, even the tourists, are not safe. Remember that lady? I think she was visiting from Brazil. I believe she was shot in New York City. I think it was Times Square. Could be wrong, but she was shot in New York City while on vacation. So even tourists aren't safe out there. And she was shot by an illegal alien. Again, it appears illegal aliens attacked the 28-year-old. Cartels of New York, a brutal Venezuelan gang, one of the worst in Venezuela, Tren de Aragua, or Train of Aragua, might have allied with MS-13 in Manhattan. Wow. The Venezuelan gang is growing in several cities, including Miami, Chicago, El Paso, and New York City. They are responsible for a bloody crime network across South America and have ruined Ecuador. Lately, they steal phones and then hack them to drain bank accounts. Police are warning that MS-13 and other gangs might ally with them. Now, remember when Trump came out talking about MS-13, and the leftists was pretending like MS-13 wasn't real. They don't have a foothold in the country. And remember, Trump called them animals, and Nancy Pelosi was like, "No, they how dare he call them animals? They chop off people's heads. So what would you call them?" But these gang members generally pass illegally through border cities such as El Paso and then travel throughout the United States. These are hardened, vicious criminals. Tren de Aragua originated in Venezuelan prison and has exploded throughout Colombia, Peru, and Chile. It's known for the brutal torture, murder of its victims, including prostitutes, who they routinely execute to control the sex trade. The gang has made big inroads in Chicago and Miami. In Lima, Peru, the gang murdered rival pimps and prostitutes to gain control. MS-13, which was set up among Salvadorian illegal aliens in LA in the 1980s, has more than 10,000 members and is closely linked to the Mexican drug cartels. Their motto is kill, rape, and control. They engage in brutal gang wars, murders, prostitution, drug smuggling, human trafficking, and illegal transport of aliens across the United States-Mexico border. The administration's wide open borders, and y'all know I talk about this all the time, almost every day. Well, meanwhile, the Biden administration, which is filled with former employees of Barack Obama and George Soros, will not stop the board crossing of unvetted anonymous foreigners. Imagine how much our leaders hate us. This is real. That's true. They do hate us. Remember yesterday I said the one thing that I do agree with Bill um, uh, George Bush the second, George W. Bush is when he said they hate us because of our freedom. I agree. The globalists, them, they hate us because of our freedoms and they want to take it away. And this is one way of doing that. But we know that gang members are crossing over with drugs and sex traffickers, particularly trafficking children and even toddlers for sex and labor. It's just disgusting. Under this administration, we have become a very evil country. I agree. Right now, we have a few people fighting for good. Say what you want about Donald Trump, but he wanted to bring us back to good. Um, so check out this photo. He looks a lot. He looked a lot worse after the man with the saw got through with him. We're minutes away from beheaded bodies hanging upside down from overpasses. And I agree. That's what's next. If we don't get Biden out of office, if we don't secure the borders, it is the end of the United States as we know it. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest news. Until next time, peace.